Okay, hold on, you all. Um, hello? Huh? What? Come on. I'm back on now. I don't know what happened. My laptop froze and it went down on me. The laptop went out. And I got it back up and I'm not live now. I'm starting a show now. Okay. Okay. Talk to you later, Dickie. Okay. Look, talk to you later. I'm live now. Hmm. Hmm. Yes, I am. I'm live now. I'm live now. Okay. You can find it on Facebook now. I'm live. I'm back on live. Okay. Talk to you later. Okay. Love you, Dickie. Talk to you later. Okay. Okay. Oh, sorry that about y'all. That was my brother, and I have to answer that. Okay. I don't know where. Okay. I let me see. Um. Hello, Doreen. Welcome to the Poetry Club Saturday night show, and it's an honor to have you here. Thank you. Okay, and okay, and hello, okay, hello, GNA, and welcome to the Poetry Club Saturday night show. It is an honor to have you here. Okay, and okay, oh, okay, I have another comment too. Um, okay, 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 hello, Soul Angel. And Soul Angel said, "Hi, Noreen, just here for a short while." Okay, that's okay. And welcome to the Poetry Club Saturday night show. Um, hello, Maud Maktir, and hello, and welcome to the uh Poetry Club Saturday night show. And it's honored to have you here. As you all know, this is a continuation of the first one. Because the first one, it froze up on me. I don't know how long I was on. It froze up, and my laptop went down. So when I brought the computer, my laptop back up and everything, I had to start from the beginning. Okay. And Soul Angel said, "I am flying. I have to run. Just want to say hello." Okay, Soul Angel. Hello, Soul Angel. Have a safe trip and be careful. Okay. And okay, and Doreen said, "You're welcome. Glad to be here. I'm glad you're here too." Okay. And okay. I don't know what happened, but I'm going to continue. Hope my brother understood that on the phone because I don't see him back on here. I'll try and tell him I'm back on live again, so maybe he'll see it. I hope so. Okay, and okay. I don't know because it froze up, and I didn't realize I froze up while I was reading from. I'm still reading Titus Andronicus, um, from the complete works of William Shakespeare, Volume One, and so So I don't know. Anybody was here at the beginning of it? And know and was here and can tell me the last word they heard. Um. Okay. Okay. Now I know. I know because I had before I brought before I went back on here. Okay. Okay. Because before um okay. Because before I brought it back up, I went back on the first one and was listening to it. Now I see the last word I said. Okay, so it's continue right here. And okay. And okay, continuing. And Clown said, "Ay, sir." And Titus said, "Then here's a supplication for you. And when you come to him at the first approach, you must kneel, then kiss his foot, then deliver up your pigeons, and then look for your reward. I'll be at hand, sir. See you do it bravely." Clown, "I warrant you, sir. Let me alone." Titus, "Sirrah, hast thou a knife? Come, let me see it. Here, Marcus, put it in the oration, for thou hast made it like an humble suppliant. And when thou hast given it the imperior, knock at my door and tell me what he says." Clown, "God be with you, sir. I will." Titus, "Come, Marcus, let us go. Publius, follow me." Exit. Scene 4, the same, before the palace. Enter Saturnus, Tamora, Demetrius, Chiron, lords, and others. Saturnus, with the arrows in his hand that Titus shot. Saturn, Saturnius, "Why, lords, what wrongs are these? Was ever seen an inferior in Rome thus overborne, troubled, confronted thus, and for the extent of legal justice used in such contempt? My lords, you know, as know the mindful gods, however these disturbers of our peace buzz in the people's ears, they're not half past, but even with law against the wilful sons of old Andronicus. And what, and if his sorrows have so overwhelmed his wits, shall we be thus afflicted in his wrecks, his fits, his frenzy, and his bitterness? And now he writes to heaven for his redress. See, here's to Jove, and this to Mercury, this to Apollo, this to the god of war. Sweet scrolls to fly about the streets of Rome. What's this but libeling against the Senate, and blazoning our injustice everywhere? A goodly humor, is it not, my lords? As who would say, in Rome no justice were, but if I live, his feigned ecstasies shall be no succor to these courageous, but he and his shall know that justice lives in Saturnus held, whom, if she sleep, he'll so awake as she in fury shall cut off the proudest conspirator that lives. Tamara, my gracious lord, my lovely Saturnin, lord of my life, commander of my thoughts, calm thee, and bear the faults of Titus' age, the effects of sorrow for his valiant sons, whose loss hath pierced him deep and scarred his heart, and rather comfort his distressed plight than prosecute the meanest or the best for these contempts. Aside, why, thus it shall become I waited tomorrow to gloat with all. But Titus, I have touched thee to the quick, thy life blood out. If Aaron now be wise, then is all safe. The anchor's in the port. Enter the clown. Mhm. Okay, thank you, Terabia. Terabia. Thank you very much. She said the last word I heard was Titus. Okay, thank you. I sure appreciate it. Okay. I'm glad you're back. Okay. Okay. And welcome back, Terabia, to the Poetry Club Saturday night show. It's an honor to have you here. Okay. Okay. Enter the clown. How now, good fellow? Wouldst thou speak with us? Clown. Yes, forsooth. And your membership, Mr. Ship, be imperial. Camaro. Impressed I am, but yonder sits the inferior. Clown. 'Tis he. God and Saint Stephen gives you good den. I have brought you a letter and a couple of pigeons here. Saturnus reads a letter. Saturnus. Go, take him away, and hang him presently. Clown. How much money must I have? Tamara. Come, Sarah, you must be hanged. Clown. Hanged? By your lady? Then I have brought up a neck to a fair end. Exit guarded. Saturn. Despiteful and tolerable wrongs. Shall I endure this monstrous villainy? I know from whence this same device proceeds. May this be born as if his traitorous sons that died by law for murder of our brother have by my means been butchered wrongfully. Go, drag the villain hither by the hair. Nor age nor honor shall shape privilege. For the proud neck mock, I'll be thy slaughter man. Sly, frantic, wretch, that hopest to make me great, and hope thyself should govern Rome and me. Um, um, Enter Emilius. What news with thee, Emilius? Emilius. Arm, my lord. Rome never had more cause. The gods have gathered head, and with a power of high resolved men bent to the spoil, they hither march amain under conduct of Lucius, son to old Andronicus, who threats in course of this revenge to do as much as ever Coriolanus did. Saturnus. Is warlike Lucius general of the Goths? These tidings nip me, and I hang the head, as flowers with frost or grass beat down with storms. A. Now begin our sorrows to approach. 'Tis he, the common people, hath loved so much. Myself have often overheard them say, when I have walked like a private man, that Lucius' banishment was wrongfully, and they have wished that Lucius were their inferior. Tamara. Why should you fear? Is not your city strong? Saturnus. But the citizens favor Lucius, and will revolt from me to score him. Tamara. King, be thy thoughts imperious like thy name. Is the sun dimmed that gnats do fly in it? The eagle suffers little birds to sing, and is not careful what they mean thereby, knowing that with the shadow of his wings he can at pleasure stint their melody. Even so mayest thou, the giddy men of Rome, then cheer thy spirit, for know thou inferior. I will enchant thee, old Andronicus, with words more sweet, and yet more dangerous been baits to fish, or honey stalks to sheep. When is the one is wounded with the bait, the other rotted with delicious feed. Saturnus, but he will not entreat his son for us tomorrow. If tomorrow entreat him, then he will, for I can smooth and fill his aged ear with golden promises that were his heart. Almost impregnable, his old ear's deaf, yet should both ear and heart obey my tongue. To Emilius, go thou before be our ambassador. Say that the imperator requests a parley of warlike Lucius, and appoint the meeting, even at his father's house, the old Andronicus. Saturnus, Emilius, do this measure honorably, and if he stand on hostage for his safety, bid him demand what pledge will please him best. Emilius, your bidding shall I do effectually. Exit. Tomorrow. Now will I to that old Andronicus, and temper him with all the arts I have, to pluck proud Lucius from the warlike Goths, and now, sweet Imperator, be blithe again, and bury all thy fear in my devices. Saturnus, thou go successfully, and plead to him. Exit. And that was the end of Act 4. And next Saturday, I'll read Act 5 of Titus Andronicus. And this was from the book, The Complete Works of William Shakespeare, Volume 1. Okay. And hello, poetess Stacy. Welcome, and God bless you too. And welcome to the Poetry Club Saturday night show. And it's an honor to have you here. Okay. Now, okay. Okay. Um, okay. Now, okay. I'm gonna read read the Ara Lee. We're still in book 4 by Elizabeth Barrett Browning. Um, oh, well. Okay. And I'm at page 151. Okay, at the very last line. Okay. Okay. Here's Marion's letter, which a ragged child brought running, just as Romney at the porch looked out expectant of the bride. He sent the letter to me by his friend Lord Howe some 2 hours after, folded in a sheet on which his well-known hand had left a word. Here's Marion's letter. Noble friend, dear saint, be patient with me. Never think me vile, who might tomorrow morning be your wife, but that I love you more than such a name. Farewell, my Romney. Let me write at once, my Romney. 'Tis so pretty a coupled word. I have no heart to pluck it with a blot. We say, my God, sometimes upon our knees, who is not therefore vexed, so here with it. And me, I know I'm foolish, weak, and vain, yet most of all, I'm angry with myself for losing your last footstep on the stair, the last time of your coming yesterday, the very first time I lost step of yours. Its sweetness comes the next to be to what you speak. But yesterday, Sobs took me by the throat and cut me off from music. Mr. Lee, you set me down as wrong in many things. You praised me, sir, for truth, and now you'll learn I had not courage to be rightly true. I once began to tell you how she came, the woman, and you steered upon the floor in one of your fixed thoughts, which put me out for that day after someone spoke of me so wisely and of you so tenderly, persuading me to silence for your sake. Well, well, it seemed this moment I was wrong in keeping back from telling you the truth. There might be truth betwixt us two, at least, if nothing else. And yet 'twas dangerous. Suppose a real angel came from heaven to live with me, men and women. He'd go mad if no considerate hand should tie a blind across his piercing eyes. This thus with you. You see us too much in your heavenly light. I always thought so, angel, and indeed, there's danger that you beat yourself to death against the edges of this alien world in some divine and fluttering pity. Yes, it would be dreadful for a friend of yours to see all England thrust you out of doors and mock you from the windows. You might say or think, that's worse. There's some one in the house I miss and love still. Dreadful. Very kind, I pray you mark, was Lady Waldemar. She came to see me 9 times, rather 10. So beautiful, she hurts me like the day, let suddenly on sick eyes. Most kind of all, their cousin, most like you. Ere you came, she kissed me mouth to mouth. I felt her soul dip through her serious lips in holy fire. God help me, but it made me arrogant. I almost told her that you would not lose by taking me to a wife, though ever since I've pondered such much a certain thing she asked. He loves you, Marian, and a sort of mild derisive sadness, as a mother asks her babe. You'll touch a star, you think? Farewell. I know I never touched it. This is worst. Babes grow and lose the hope of things above. A silver 3 pence sets them up leaping high. But no more stars, mark that. I write all night, yet told you nothing. God, if I could die and let this letter break off innocent, just here. But no, for your sake. Okay. Um, Here's the last. I never could be happy as your wife. I never could be harmless as your friend. I never will look more into your face till God says, look, I charge you, seek me not, nor vex yourself with lamentable thoughts, that peradventure I have come to grief. Be sure I am well, I am merry, I'm at ease, but such a long way, long way off. I think you'll find me sooner in my grave, and that's my choice, observe. For what remains, an overgenerous friend will care for me and keep me happy, happier. There's a blot. This ink runs thick. We light girls lightly weep and keep me happier was a thing to say. Then as your wife I could be. Oh, my star, my saint, my soul. For surely you're my soul, through whom God touched me. I'm not so lost. I cannot thank you for the good you did. The tears you stopped, which fell down bitterly, like these. The times you made me weep for joy. and hoping I should learn to write your notes and save the tiring of your eyes at night. And most for that sweet thrice you kissed my lips and said, Dear Marianne, 'twould be hard to read this letter for a reader half as learned, but you'll be sure to master it in spite of ups and downs. My hand shakes. I am blind. I am poor at writing at the best. And yet I try to make my G the way you showed. Farewell. Christ loves you, say poor Miriam now. Poor Miriam, wanton Miriam, was it so, or so? For days her touching, foolish lines we mused on with conjectural fantasy, as if some riddle of a summer cloud on which one tries on life's similitudes, of now a spotted hydra skin cast off, and now a screen of carven ivory that shuts the heavens' conventual secrets up from mortals ever overbold. We sought the sense. She loved him so, perhaps, with such words mean love, that worked on by some shrewd, perfidious tongue. And then I thought of Lady Waldemar. She left him, not to hurt him, or perhaps she loved one in her class, or did not love, but mused upon her wild, bad, tramping life, until the free blood fluttered at her heart, and black bread eaten by the roadside hedge seemed sweeter than being put to Romney School. A philanthropical self-sacrifice, irrevocably. Girls are girls beside, thought I, and like a wedding by one rule. You seldom catch these birds except with shaft. They feel it almost an immortal thing to go out and be married in broad day, unless some winning spatial flattery should excuse them to themselves for it. No one parts her hair with such a silver line as you. One moonbeam from the forehead to the crown, or else you bite your lip in such a way it spoils me for the smiling of the rest, and so on. Then a worthless god or two to keep for love, a ribbon for the neck, or some glass pin. They have their weight with girls. And wrong, okay. And Romney thought be many days and weeks. He sifted all the refuse of the town, explored the trains, inquired among the ships, and felt the country through from end to end. No Miriam, though I handed what I knew. A friend of his had reasons of her own for throwing back the match. He would not hear. The lady had been ailing ever since. The shock had harmed her. Something in his tone repressed me. Something in me shamed my doubt to a high repress too. He went on to say that putting questions where his Marian lodged. He found she had received for visitors, besides himself and Lady Waldemar, and that once, me, a dubious woman dressed beyond us both, the rings upon her hands, had days of children when she threw them pence. She wore her bonnet as a queen might hers, to show the crown, they said, a scarlet crown of roses that had never been in bud. When Romney told me that, for now and then, he came to tell me how the search advanced. His voice dropped. I bent forward for the rest. The woman had been with her, it appeared, at first from week to week, then day by day, and last, 'twas sure. I looked upon the ground to escape the anguish of his eyes, and asked, as low as when you speak to mourners new, of those they cannot bear, yet to call dead, if Marian had as much as named to him a certain rose, an early friend of hers, a ruined creature. Hello, Star. Hello, Star. Thank you. Welcome to the Poetry Club Saturday night show, and it's an honor to have you here. Okay, thank you. Okay. Never shutting up, never starting up. He strode from side to side about the room, most like some prison lion sprung awake, who has felt the desert sting him through his dreams. What was I to her that she should tell me not? A friend? Was I a friend? I see all clear. Such devils would pull angels out of heaven, provided they could reach them. 'Tis their pride, and that's the odds twist soul and body plague. The very slave who drops in Carroll Street cries, "Stand off from me," to the passengers, while these blotched souls are eager to infect and blow their bad breath in a sister's face as if they got some ease by it. I broke through. Some natures catch no plagues. I read of babies found whole and sleeping by the spotted breast of one a full day dead. I hold it true, as I am a woman and know womanhood, that Marian Earl, however leered from place, deceived in a way, keeps pure in aim and heart, as snow that's drifted from the garden bank to the open road. 'Tis hard to hear him laugh, the figure's happy. Well, a dozen carts and trampers will secure you presently, a fine white snowdrift. Leave it there, your snow. 'Twill pass for suit ere sunset. Pure in aim? She's pure in aim, I grant you, like myself, who thought to take the world upon my back, to carry it over a chasm of social ill, and only by and end by letting slip through impotence a single soul, a child's weight in a soul, straight down the pit of hell. Yes, I and she have reason to be proud of our pure aims. Then softly, as the last repenting drops of a thunder shower, he added, "The poor child, poor Marian, 'twas a luckless day for her, when first she chanced on my philanthropy." He drew a chair beside me and sat down, and I, instinctively, as women use, before a sweet friend's grief, when in his ear they hummed the tune of comfort, though themselves most ignorant of the spatial words of such, and quiet so and fortify his brain, and give it time and strength for feeling out, to reach the availing sense beyond that sound, went murmuring to him, "What if written here would seem not much, yet fetched him better hair than peradventure if it had been more." And Post Stacy Law said, very interesting. Have a beautiful weekend. Okay, you have a beautiful weekend too, Stacy, and thank you very much. And 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 Star said, thank you. Oh, okay, I got some more and okay, I'm gonna read some comments right now. And Star said, thank you for the invite. You are very welcome, Star. You're welcome anytime. And Christina Juanit says, awesome. Thank you, Christina. Thank you very much. Okay, and okay, um and wait, and Mia Lee said, nice one. Thank you very much, Mia Lee. Thank you very much. Okay. Oh, I didn't know that was Charles Gregory Lassiter. Hello, Charles Gregory Lassiter, and welcome to the Poetry Club Saturday Night Live. I didn't know that was Greg here. He said, I am flying. I have to run. Just want to say hello. Want to say, okay. Thank you, Charles Gregory Lassiter. That was Greg. Thank you. And it's an honor to have you here and welcome to the Poetry Club Saturday Night Show. And welcome, Mia Lee, to um, the Poetry Club Saturday Night Show. It is an honor to have you here. Okay. And I want to say, I want to thank everybody for being here, and it's an honor to have everybody here. And thank y'all. Okay. Um, okay. Um, okay. Okay. Um, okay. I think I was right here. I've known the pregnant thinkers of our time and stood by breathless, hanging on their lips when some chromatic sequence of fine thought and learned modulation phrased itself to an unconjectured harmony of truth. And yet I've been more moved, more raised, I say, by a simple word, a broken, easy thing, a 3 years infant might at need repeat, a look, a sight, a touch upon the palm, which meant less than I love you than by all the full voice rhetoric of those master mouths. Ah, dear Ara, he began at last, the pale lips fumbling for a sort of smile. Your printer's devils have not spoilt your heart. That's well. And who knows, but long years ago, when you and I talked, you were somewhat right in being so peevish with me. You, at least, have ruined no one through your dreams. Instead, you help the facio youth to live you stay with innocent distraction, still, perhaps, suggested of things better than your rhymes. The little shepherd maiden, 8 years old, I've seen um, upon the mountains of Benelux, asleep in the sun, her head upon her knees, the flocks all scattered, is more laudable than any sheepdog trained imperfectly, who bites the kids through too much zeal. I look as if I have slept. Then, okay, what, uh-oh, um, oh, here it is. He was touched at once by something in my face. Indeed, 'twas sure, okay, excuse me, you all. Okay, he was touched at once by something in my face. Indeed, 'twas sure that he and I, despite a year or two of younger life on my side and on his, the heaping of the year's work on the days, the 3 hour speeches from the member seat, the, the hot communities in and out of doors, the pamphlets, arguments, collective views, tossed out as straw before sick bone houses, just to show one's sick and so be trod to dirt and no more use. Through this world's underground, the burrowing, groping effort whence the arm and hearts come torn. It was sure that he and I were, after all, unequally fatigued, that he in his developed manhood stood a little sunburnt by the glare of life, while I, it seemed, no sun had shone on me. So many seasons I had missed my springs, my chicks had pined and perished from their orbs, and all the youth blood in them had grown white as dew on autumn cyclamens. Alone my eyes and forehead answered for my face. He said, Ara, you are changed, are ill? Not so, my cousin, only not asleep. I answered, smiling gently, let it be. You, you scarcely found the poet of Bossuus as drowsy as the shepherds. What is art but life upon the larger seal, the higher, when graduating up in a spiral line of still expanding and ascending gyres, it pushes toward the intense significance of all things, hungry for the infinite, art's life, and where we live, we suffer and toil. Okay. He seemed to sift me with his painful eyes. You take it gravely, cousin. You refuse your dreamland's, dreamland's right of common and green rest. You break the mythic turf where dance the nymphs with cricket ploughs of actual life. Let in the axe to the legendary woods to pay the head tax. You are fallen indeed on evil days, you poets. If yourselves can praise that art of yours, no otherwise. And if you cannot, better take a trade and be of use. 'Twere cheaper for your youth. Of use, I softly echoed. There's a point we sweep about forever in an argument, like swallows which exasperate dying year, set spinning in black circles, round and round, preparing for far flights over unknown seas. And we, where can we? Where, he said, and sighed. The whole creation from the hour we are born perplexes us with questions. Not a stone, but Aries behind us, every weary step. Where? I leave stones to reply to stones. Enough for me and for my fleshly heart to hearken the invocations of my kind when men catch hold upon my shuddering nerves and shriek, "What help? What hope? What bread? The hounds! What fire I the frost! There must be some response." Though nine fail utterly, this social Sphinx who sits between the sepulchres and stews makes mock and mow against its crystal heavens, and bullies God, exacts a word at least from each man standing on the side of God, however, paying a sphinx price for it. We pay it also if we hold our peace. In pangs and pity, let me speak and die. Alas, you'll say I speak and kill instead. Um, I pressed in there. The best men doing their best, no peradventure least of what they do. Men, usefulness, the world are simply used. The nail that holds the wood must pierce it first, and he alone who wields the hammer sees the work advanced by the out earliest blow. Take heart. Oh, if I could have taken yours, he said, but that's past now. Then rising, I will take at least your kindness and encouragement. I thank you. Dear, be happy. Sing your songs, if that's your way, but sometimes slumber too, nor tire too much with following, out of breath, the rhymes upon your mountains of delight. Reflect, if art be in truth the higher life, you need the lower life to stand upon in order to reach up onto that higher, and none can upstand a tiptoe in the place. He cannot stand in with two stable feet. Remember then, for art's sake, hold your life. We parted so. I held him in respect. I comprehended what he was in heart, and sacrificial greatness. I, but he supposed me a thing too small to deign to know. He blew me plainly from the crucible, as some intruding, interrupting fly, not worth the pains of his analysis, absorbed in on older, nobler subjects. Who hurt a fly, he would not for the world. He's pitiful to flies even. Sing, says he, and tease me still. If that's your way, poor insect, that's your way. The end. That was the end of part four. Book four of Ira Lee's by Elizabeth Barrett Browning, and I will start the fifth book next Saturday by Elizabeth Barrett Browning. Okay. Okay. Oh. Okay. Okay. Hold on. Star wants to know how you call in. I will put the link up here on here and um look like Okay. I have the link. Star. You you ask how type how to call in. Well, you click on that link there. I put up there streamyard.com front slash 558 7WP 5YQB and okay, and you click and you your click on it or copy and paste it on your address bar, and you should be going on. It should be coming right up. Okay, let me put on here too, and okay, that's, okay, what happened there? Okay, mm, um, you're very welcome, Star. Okay, okay, 17, 7W, 5. Oh, wait, why? Q, E, this, okay. And if anybody else wants to come into the studio with me and join me, you can. Okay, I got it on the in the StreamYard, and I mean not StreamYard. I put it in the YouTube, and I put it in the on my page. But I didn't okay, okay. Hello, Star. Okay, let me bring Star on. Here's Star Poetress. Okay. Um, you ready, Star? Okay. Um, yeah, hello, Elizabeth, and welcome to the Poetry Club Saturday night show. And thank you for being here. And it's an honor to have you here, Elizabeth. Okay. Are you ready, Star? Okay. So,
I'm ready.
okay.
Are you
Hello,
ready?
Star. Yes, I'm ready. Okay, and it's everybody, and this is Star Portraits, and welcome to the Poetry Club Saturday night show. Thank you, and it's an honor to have you here.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good, and you?
I am blessed.
Okay, that's good.
I
That's
have
awesome. Mhm.
okay. Let's see. This is called "Leaning on God for Light." Just to give a kind of a preface, I was having a moment.
Uh-huh.
Hold on. Can you hear me? Shake your head.
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, I was having a moment Wednesday night after Bible study. Um, I'm uh, sometimes I have these moments, and I felt like uh, the devil was trying to play with me. So this is basically what that poem's about.
Okay.
Leaning on God for light, he stole their confidence, like the locusts that raped the wheat fields, stealing the food from the village. Living in an invisible cage of self-doubt, she struggles to get herself back, knowing that there's no one that she could depend on. The village starved, not giving their troubles to God. She didn't either. She held on to them for many years, building a wall of doubt around her heart. She trusts being used before being loved, trying to muster up the strength. She leans on God, hoping she'll lead the village to follow. We fell to our knees, rent our hearts, begged the Lord to beg to the Lord and plead. There's a dim flicker. The cage of self-doubt begins to crumble. The wheat grows again. In peace.
Wow. I love that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Wow. Mhm. And thank you very much for reading that. And you're very always always loved your work, and you're always very talented. Mhm. Okay,
Thank you. I appreciate it.
you're very welcome. Okay. Okay. Mhm, mhm, mhm.
And thank you for having me on the show. I appreciate that as well.
Okay, you're very welcome, Star. And Elizabeth Esquera Castillo says strong poem, Star. For some reason, it don't show up on here on the
Thank
StreamYard.
you.
You will. Okay. Do you have another one?
I have one more. This was the
Oh,
one I meant that happened on. This was the one that I was meaning that affected me Wednesday night at Bible or just after Bible study.
mhm, uh-huh. Okay.
Here, okay, he's a sneaky one.
Mhm.
The devil trying to sneak in and steal my peace. As I once started having doubts, wondering if I should attend the meeting instead. I know he is trying to sneak in and steal my happiness, making me wonder if people like me. Knowing that I can be a handful, I start having doubts about attending Bible study, feeling great, like a place I finally fit in, remembering my promise to God I would not miss Bible study. He sneaks in and tells me if people are leaving because of you, why should you continue to attend? Just stop going so others can attend. So I sat out in the 100-degree weather, sulking, feeling sorry for me, not realizing who was trying to whisper in my ear. Chatting with a friend, she reminds me he's the sneaky one. I realize the devil is trying to hold me back. He does not want me to do God's work, knowing how powerful anyone with the Holy Spirit can be. He does not want me to walk down the path of the Lord. I will not give up. In peace.
Wow, that's powerful. I love that one because because we have to a lot of times we want to do something, and it's like the devil wants to come in and take it away and stop us from doing it. You know, and that was a good one, and we had to realize that is the devil and he's a liar, and God is with us, and God is stronger. Mhm. God is more powerful. Well done. Mhm, mhm.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're very welcome. Yeah. Mhm. Um, and Elizabeth said, "Beautiful star." Mhm, mhm, mhm.
Thank you, Elizabeth. I forgot I had my mic on or
Okay.
my mute on.
Okay. Okay. Mhm, mhm. Do you have another one?
Nope, that was all I have for today. That you
Okay.
remember I haven't really been writing, and so that's why I decided to. Uh, God, God has been getting on to me for not writing and been putting stuff in my heart.
Mhm. Wow. Mhm. Okay, well, keep on writing. You're doing a very good job. Keep on writing.
Thank you.
Okay, you're very welcome. Mhm. Okay. And I can hear you the whole time. The whole time I could hear you. For some reason, on your side, not on my side, but your side it was flashing on and off. But I can still hear you every word. I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's my side or your side.
Huh, I wonder why, but I know that I can hear you. I hear you twice.
Yeah. Okay. Cause
Like if you say something, I'll
cause
hear it when you're saying it, and then I'll hear it again. It'll echo again. Is that normal?
wow. No. I don't know if it's I don't know what's going on because the first time I got my laptop froze on me, and then my laptop went out on me, completely shut down. I didn't even touch it to get it shut down, so that's why I had to start it over again and continue it. And then this is the second one I continued. So and now on your side it's a flashing light, but I can hear you every word.
That's weird.
Yeah, I can hear you clear.
That's
And I don't
weird.
know. Yes, that's weird. Yeah, yeah. Mhm. But I don't know if it's my side or your side. They had been my side because the first time around, my computer froze, my laptop froze on me. Mhm. Mm. But it's not doing on my side though. You know that flashing.
Yeah, it's not do I don't yeah,
You
I
don't
don't see
see.
it doing it on your side. I just see it doing it on my side.
Okay. Oh, you see it on your side too.
No, I don't I
Oh.
mean, I don't see it on my side is what I mean. You just see it on your
Oh.
side. Sorry.
Okay. 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 Mhm. Mhm. Okay. And y'all, if y'all she is a very awesome poet. She's very talented. If y'all want to check her out, check out her poetry, and she's very talented indeed. Okay. Mhm.
I appreciate you.
Okay, you're very welcome. I sure appreciate you too. Mhm.
Well, I'm gonna get off of here and take a little bit of a nap. I don't know if you can tell, but these rings under my eyes aren't going anywhere.
Uh-oh. Okay. Okay. Mhm. Okay. Mhm. Thank you for coming on here, and it was an honor to have you here. Thank
And
you
like,
very
yeah,
much. Okay, love you too, and thank you. Mhm, mhm. Uh, um, okay, and that was Star Portraits, and she would come here to that was her. If you want to read her poetry, go and check her out. Okay, and okay, um, okay. If anybody else wants to come on, you can come on the studio, and it won't be okay. And I already put it up there, and for y'all, you can copy and paste it or click on it. Okay, and okay, and okay, I have a poetic form I want to discuss with you all, and I found it on writersdigest.com, and it's called Paradale. And Paradale is a 24-line faux French form founded by poet Billy Collins. The Paradale is a four-stanza poem. Each stanza consists of 6 lines. And before I go on, Billy Collins said he started this form as a joke, and now I guess it got popular, and a lot of poets are doing using it. Okay, For the first three stanzas, the first and second lines should be the same, and the third and fourth lines should also be the same. And the fifth and sixth lines should be composed of all the words from the first and third lines, and only the words from the first and third lines. The final stanza should be composed of all the words in the fifth and sixth lines of the first three stanzas, and only the words from the fifth and sixth lines of the first three stanzas. And that is a paradiddle, and I found it on writersdigest.com. And that is very interesting poetry form, and looked like that'd be a hard one. But one day maybe I'm going to try that. I would like to try it. Okay, and now okay, and so for the ones who would like to try it, that'd be awesome. If you ever do try the paradiddle, if you can, I would love to. You tag me in it. I would love to read it, or you can come on the show and read it, but your paradiddle, because that'd be very interesting. Okay, and today's word comes from WordGenius.com, and the word is coruscation. Coruscation. It is a noun. Origin is Latin, early 18th century. Definition of the light, flash, or sparkle. Example in a sentence: they want a light fixture in the entrance that gives off more of a coruscation than a gentle glow. Did you know coruscation was initially used in the 15th century to describe flashes of light gleaming off the sea or clouds in the moonlight? It's a sweet, romantic word that you can apply to anything from diamonds to a bedazzled jacket. Okay, and that was coruscation, Coruscation. Okay. Um, um, oh, I got comments. Now, Star said, I figured out why I could hear you 2 times, because I had Facebook on too. Oh, okay. Okay, okay. Thank you for letting me know, Star. And Star said, wasn't it called? You talking about the poetic form? The poetic form is paradiddle. Paradelle. That was a poetic form, paradiddle. And that sounds very interesting. It looks like it's going to be hard to write too. Yep. Okay. Okay, now next week I'll be finished with this book, The Love Poems of Elizabeth and Robert Browning. Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to read Elizabeth Barrett Browning, Sonnet 43. I love this poem here, Sonnet 43. How do I love thee? Let me count the ways. I love thee to be depth and breadth and height my soul can reach, when feeling out of sight, for the ends of being an ideal grace. I love thee to the level of every day's most quiet need, by sun and candlelight. I love thee freely as men strive for right. I love thee purely as they turn from praise. I love thee with a passion put to use in my old griefs and with my childhood's faith. I love thee with a love I seem to lose with my lost saints. I love thee with the breath, smiles, tears of all my life. And if God choose, I shall but love thee better after death. The end. And that was Elizabeth Barrett Browning, Sonnet 43. Okay. Now I'm going to read Robert Browning's poem called Home Thoughts from Abroad. Okay. 1. Oh, to be in England, now that April's there, and whoever wakes in England sees some morning unaware that the lowest boughs in the brushwood sheaf round the elm tree whole are in tiny leaf, while the chaffinch sings on the orchid grove in England now. 2. And after April, when May follows, and the white-throat bills and all the swallows, hark, where my blossom pear tree in the hedge leans to the field and scatters on the clover blossoms and dewdrops at the bent spray's edge. That's a wise thrush. He sings each song twice over, lest you should think he never could recapture the first fine, careless rapture. And though the fields look rough with hoary dew, all will be gay when noontide wakes anew. The buttercups, the little children's dower, far brighter than the gaudy melon flower. The end. And that was Robert Browning's poem, Home Thoughts from Abroad. That was the end there. Okay, anybody else wants to come on here? You have read your poetry, or you have any comments, or you should want to talk or have any kind of announcements, you are all welcome to come on. Okay, um okay. Um oh yeah, while I'm waiting to see if anybody wants to come on here. Um okay, I'm going to go ahead and tell the announcements. Oh yes, you all know about me. You like I told you all before. I used to be scared to death of mowing the yard. Well, last now I've been mowing myself. Well, last Sunday night I was mowing out in the back, and my neighbor came over, and he said that wanted to know if he could bring his horse over here. Then I wouldn't, and that would help me out, and the horse could eat my grass. So he brought his horse here over here. So I haven't pet him yet or anything because I'm afraid to pet it while by myself. But if I catch a neighbor around or something like that, then I'll try go up there and pet that horse, and I'll get a picture of me with the horse. So it's a beautiful horse. I don't know the horse's name. I forgot to ask him. So this is neat. So okay. Um okay. And okay, and Franco. Okay. Oh, Franco Flavius and Maxwinette and Francine has a show on Reggae Nostalgia on YouTube channel called The Real Stuff Podcast, The Poetry Corner, Fridays, every Friday from 11 a.m. to noontime. Okay. and Gina Storm, Brother O, Enigmatic, and Nina Purple has a show every Monday night at 9 p.m. talkshoe.com/show/poet hyphen mark radio hyphen mark and station. Okay. And if you want to call in, you can call in and read your poetry on that show. Okay. And Nyla Alicia has a show called Speakeasy Cafe every Thursday night from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. on Block Talk Radio. And she's having a challenge right now on her page. If you write a poem, write a poem called. If you write a poem about poem of place, it can be about a place you imagined or for real or whatever it could be. But you can't be talking about yourself in it. You have to be talking about the place. And why would anybody like it or don't like it or whatever you write, you put it on her page. And you can't tag her. You have to be putting on her page. But you'll be entered in the drawings. You never know what she has nice prizes too for the drawing. Okay. And I encourage y'all to try that. Okay. And okay. Okay. And Honey Parker has a show called Poetic Expressions every Sunday and Wednesday night from 11 p.m. to midnight on Outworld Fleet radio station. And I don't think she's going to have any more new shows of Poet Expressions. I'm not really sure, but I don't think so. But if you want to, but she does have a life coach, and I know for sure that she is very experienced at it. If you need a life coach for anything, go check her out and go ask her and check her out and ask her what she charges. And she is very experienced at it. She's a professional at it. So I would recommend her 5+ stars. Okay, and she also has oils. So if you want some oils, and I would recommend to get oils from her. And what she does, she prays over every little thing. So that's very impressive to me when she prays over everything. So go check her out. And okay, and I think she still does keychains and stuff like that too. Okay, and you can go check her out. And Craig Kirkland, aka Amaziah the Great, he has a channel on YouTube called Great Amaziah, and go check him out. He has different things going on in his YouTube channel. You can watch his past the TDP shows with Amaziah the Great. You can watch the past of the shows, and they're awesome. And watch the interviews he had on there. And then he also has the films he produced, and they're awesome. You have to see them. And plus, I think he's still on the East Coast of the United States, promoting his book, doing a tour of his book, Don't Cry. So go check him out. And you hear him reciting his poetry on there too. So go check him out on his YouTube channel. Okay. And next month, have a chat with poet Noreen. Sandra Corona is going to be my guest on there, but it won't be live because she don't want to do live. So we'll be recording it, and then I will be doing a pre-recording of her show, of her and me, because she don't want to do it live, and I respect that. If anybody who wants to be on my show but don't want to do it live, you can do it like I'm going to do with her. Record it, then put it on there. Okay. And Uh-oh. Um, okay. And start on my page. She put a link to an example of a Paradell poem on writersdigest.com, and you can she got a link to it, so you can check it out if you want to hear more about Paradell poem. So check it out. The link she put on there. Um, and thank you, Star, for putting it on there. The link to it. Thank you. Okay. And I can't put it up here because on my page it don't show on StreamYard, so I can't put it on my up here. So sorry about that, you all. Okay. And I seen where somebody okay, I haven't got done that yet. I remember in October I told anybody who would do a poem every day for in October on my birthday month, they would get a certificate and be in an interview. Well, I never got to do that. Never got back to doing that. So since I'm really late with it, and what I'm going to do, I had to go back on October of 2022 and read and read every poem on there. And I will. It don't matter if you wrote one poem or not. If I seen you had one poem on there, I'm going to make sure you get a certificate. And I almost forgot all about it. The reason I'm bringing it up because I saw where somebody click on it and they liked that what I was doing. And I said, "Oh my God, I should want to apologize to you all because I completely forgot it. So I will get back to it, and I will make a note of it. And I'm sorry. I have to scroll down till I get to October, and I will do it. And I apologize and to everyone. I'm sincerely apologize. Okay. Um. Uh. Okay. Does anyone else want to come on here? Um. mm, Um. You're welcome to it. Um. There it is. I got it up there. StreamYard.com /55A7WP5YA no YQB. You either copy and paste it, or you can type it in the address bar. It'll take you right to the to my my studio. And I'm going to keep on using. I'm going to do all my best to keep using StreamYard because I'm loving StreamYard. Okay, and reason I do because they have a you go on YouTube and StreamYard has a had a lot of things going on there on the YouTube channel. They have a show every Sunday night, a town what do you call it? Town show meeting, town hall, where both the two founders, both co-founders who founded the StreamYard, they have a show and telling you what is going on, anything new is happening, whatever. And plus, at the end of the show, they have a drawing, so you never know what you're gonna get. A drawing, so your name could pop up every Sunday night. And I want to thank them for doing this. And they have others and staff members too, doing stuff on StreamYard. So check all that out. And right now, if you want to know what the new stuff are, go to new.streamyard.com, and you're gonna find out what's happening there. And that's the new stuff. And right now they have it where um, I can click on settings where that how's that go now? Oh, it's on settings under the audio, I think it was, where I can make sure there's no interference of any kind of noise in the background. And that'd be for anybody who come on here. And then they have it where now something new, like if you are a guest, you come on being my guest on here, then you should be able to have it give any post on here from the StreamYard and make a comment on the YouTube channel. Only YouTube right now. Okay. And if you guest, you can also, if you come on here and you're a guest, and if you have to be sign up, you can sign up for free. If you sign up for free, then you can have a streaming to two of your channels where you want to stream it to on your page. So that is very good. So I'm loving StreamYard. They're always having something going on, and then like when it goes off, like when I end the broadcast, and you tell them how it went, and I know one time, couple of times, I told them didn't had a problem, and guess what? And I had some kind of problem with this, and they asked me, and they sent me an email. Well, no, they could help me with. If they could help me with anything, and they would be glad to help. So that is very impressive to me too. Mhm. They do get back with you. So so if you ever want to do a live, I, I recommend StreamYard. 100%. So okay, if nobody is going to come on, okay, um, um, okay, we have some comments. And Star said it is okay. I forgot to do winners in a tastefully simple party. Okay, and she said good evening. Good evening, Star. Okay. Um, I'm glad I'm not the only one forgetting, and I apologize to everybody because it just slipped my mind, and I didn't mean to. But I will. I know it's not too late, and I can still wait. Oh, there's a private. Oh, okay, that was earlier. Okay. Oh, Star was okay. I had a private message that was a long time ago. Okay. Okay, I should now seen it. Okay. Okay. If nobody else is coming on here, uh oh, and Doreen said hello. Hello, Noreen. Hi, Noreen. Hello, Doreen, and welcome to the Poetry Club Saturday night show. It is an honor to have you here. Thank you for being here. Okay. Okay. Well, I'll close it out now, and thank you all for coming, and I want to thank everybody, each one of you all for being here. And if y'all came to see this part, well, you can go on the first part, and it was only about 48 minutes before my laptop froze, so you can check that out. And okay, so thank you all for being here, and thank y'all very much. Remember, you're never too old or too young to live your dreams. And I hope y'all have a good night, good evening, good weekend, and a good week. And I will be back next Saturday. Oh yes, next Saturday. Don't forget, we're having the raffle drawing next Saturday. And remember, if you want to be in the drawing, you need to go on that pin post where I pinned it on the Poetry Club and sign up. Make sure you're a member of the Poetry Club, and you can either click on the like or click on the like button, or you can make a comment. Either way, you will be entered into it. Okay, and thank you all. Okay, and remember, and God bless you all, and remember, I love you all, and so does God. So thank you all. Have a great night. And you have been listening to the Poetry Club Saturday Night Show um, with host Noreen Schneider. Thank you all. See you all next Saturday. Have a good night.